Richard Teng has become the CEO of crypto exchange Binance after CZ agreed to step down as part of a settlement with the US Department of Justice. And so in this video, we're going to look at what this means for Binance going forward and what it means for you, especially if you hold funds on Binance's exchange. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video we're going to be looking at Binance again. This is on slightly better news than we've had recently. Obviously CZ has pled guilty. He's actually now been deemed a flight risk, and so he's not going to be able to leave in between now and February, which will be his sentencing. So he may be looking at a prison sentence here. If he is, I don't think it's going to be very long. But we'll have to wait and see for that. So as always guys, let's just quickly read through this article and then we'll comment, and after to see what we've learned. So Richard Teng, Binance's former global head of regional markets and now CEO, has announced his intention to drive growth at the crypto exchange following CZ's stepping down. In a November 27th blog post, Teng said he had the support of CZ and Binance's leadership following the former CEO's departure as part of an agreement with the US officials. According to Teng, Binance plans to continue a user-focused approach to its business and drive growth and the adoption of Web3, assuring customers they will hear more from him soon. I'm eager to jump headfirst into my new role and know there will be many more opportunities for me to share my thoughts with the community through blogs like this one and through my social media accounts, Twitter, LinkedIn, and through the many industry conferences and events around the world, said Teng. And there's his first blog. It's unclear how Teng will manage Binance's business as it balances US oversight with a well-known figure like CZ moving out of its leadership. On November the 22nd, blockchain analytics firm Nansen reported that there didn't appear to be a mass exodus of funds 24 hours after the US settlement with Binance, with the exchange's total holdings increasing to more than $65 billion. So the first question I think on everybody's lips, including mine, is who is Richard Teng? You know, nobody knows who he is. Nobody's heard of him. I don't know anybody in the crypto. I know quite a few people now, and nobody knew who he was prior to this. Whereas if you look at CZ, everybody knew who he was. You know, he's been in crypto for years. This Richard Teng, he's not originally a crypto guy. In fact, he prior to working at Binance, he's been the sort of 2IC or second in command for quite a while. But just I think because CZ is so popular, no one's ever kind of known who he was. But before this, he was the former CEO of Financial Services Regulatory Authority in Abu Dhabi. So he's kind of from a TradFi background. And really he's quite plain. I think his CZ was always very outspoken. Well, not very outspoken, but he was always very vocal on Twitter and always sort of defending himself against FUD, as he would put it. Where there's not really a lot of people attacking this guy because no one actually knows anything about him. And so whether he makes huge changes or not, it remains to be seen. One thing about Binance is that it actually, in my opinion, it's still kind of doing a few dodgy dealings behind the scenes, especially for there's one particular crypto stablecoin called True USD, and it just seems that they have put this as kind of a tier 1 asset on their on Binance's exchange, and it doesn't have the liquidity. So, you know, I'm starting to wonder, and also this True USD is also backed by Justin Sun, who's recently had quite a huge amount of money stolen from some exchanges linked back to him. So there's some not so savoury characters involved in this, as Binance puts it, tier 1 asset that just doesn't have the have anything to back it up. So that's very unusual, and he's going to have to really that's something from Binance from CZ's era. So it's still happening now, and although they've delisted XMR, they used to actually, and by XMR I mean Monero, in Europe anyway, they used to be able to buy and sell and exchange XMR on Binance. That stopped, but before that, we used to have quite a lot of episodes where you would buy your XMR and you couldn't withdraw it because they would say that it was down to Monero's network. You know, they say the network was down or something like that. Well, anybody involved in Monero knows that the network has never been down. It's not even been down for 10 minutes. So they would blame that, and you would think, why? Why have you not got the Monero? You know, is this always paper trading, this behind the scenes? And so it became very suspicious, especially because Monero is kind of the go-to privacy coin. And then they delisted it completely. What they cited were kind of to bring everything in line with sort of future expectations of regulators and what they're going to expect, and they wanted to sort of preempt that by delisting XMR. And they delisted loads of privacy coins like Decred, I think of Pirate Chain, or, you know, there were quite a few that they were doing it with. And the issue that they've got now is that all the regulators, especially in the US, are going to be really scrutineering Binance, and they're going to be looking at everything that's going on behind the scenes. So he's going to have to, if there has been any of this, you know, funny business going on, this Richard Teng is going to have to sort it out quickly. Otherwise, he's going to be seen as being responsible for continuing this, and then he might end up in trouble with the law. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future notifications. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.